he'd only had one bucket the whole game until that basket to tie it at 80-80. I mean, just the confidence that he has in himself, and I don't know if a clutch gene, but just him being able to make a play like that in the final 5 seconds of a game like that.
I mean, I've been knowing Scottie for a while. You know, he lives for moments like this. You know, I was yelling at the free throw line at him, saying like he's built for it. You know, he's built for moments like this. Like I said, obviously in the Indiana game this year, he's came through big for us and, you know, made a clutch shot for us. And, you know, like he wants the ball in those situations. You know, he thrives in those situations. So, I mean, he's confident. You know, he's a confident guy. You know, he's going to deliver the result. That's make or miss. So, you know, he's a confident guy in his game. You know, we trust in him. So, you know, he's built for moments like that.
Turk, having the privilege to watch you now for 3 or 4 years, you know, it's pretty obvious to us that you've, you know, radically transformed your body and your game. What have you done in order to get to a point where you can play 30, 35, you know, 40 minutes in an overtime game and you know, seemingly still have energy at the end?
I mean, I just credit my coaches. Obviously, you know, they coming in, they redshirted me. You know, I had to, you know, improve my conditioning, you know, and improve my body. And I think they've been doing a great job of me step by step each year, just, you know, making sure I'm on top of things and, you know, holding me accountable. So that's the main thing. Those guys holding me accountable. And I'm just, you know, willing to put the work in, you know, every day. So just, you know, doing those 2 things, you know, just eating right, drinking water, and just trying to stay consistent in my work. That was, you know, really paying off for me this year.
Has that helped you feel, it seems like this year you've been able to display kind of that floater game and, you know, get to the free throw line a lot more, you know, kudos on the 10 for 10 today. Do you think that's due to just having better conditioning and better body control?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I feel lighter. You know, I think I'm a lot quicker. I think I'm just more confident overall. You know, I'm comfortable. You know, I've been here a few years actually, and I'm just comfortable. You know, I'm playing, I think, a good basketball right now. We're also winning games, so I mean, I think I'm, you know, at a good spot right now. We're at a good spot also. So just, you know, being confident and comfortable out there. That's obvious. Honestly, that's it.
Turk, I know you try to treat everybody the same, but as you look towards Monday, Virginia, big game in the ACC standings, does it mean anything more, or is it just the next man up?
Yeah, it's just another game. You know, it's not the last game of the season, so it's just another game. And like I told y'all before, I mean, that's kind of for y'all to write about, you know, and kind of hype the game up. But we just treat it as another game. We know what come with that, but it's going to be a battle. You know, they're a great team. We're a great team, and we want to fight Monday.
What stands out about Virginia this year?
They have a lot of good players. You know, their first 5 is they're real. They're connected. You can tell they move the ball well. You know, they defend. You know, Virginia's been a good defensive team. But, I mean, honestly, since I've known, you know, about college basketball, so we know that they're going to be a great team. They're going to be ready to come in and play, you know, and fight a full 40 minutes. So that's the mentality we had to have, you know, the Monday night.
The 2-day turnarounds I know are always a bit tough. How does it make it that much tougher when you're dealing with a team that does so many unique things, both really on offense and defense, like Virginia?
I mean, our coach is going to do a great job of preparing us. You know, they've been scouting these guys for years. You know, we're going to be prepared for Monday. And like I said, our coaches, we're confident in, you know, what they bring to the table. And I think they'll take care of all that. We just got to execute the game plan. I feel like we have a good chance of winning that game.
RaiQuan, how hard is it defensively to find a rhythm when you don't play in 2 weeks? It seemed a lot like, I know the NC State game, y'all won by 25, but they scored like 80 on you too right out of the break. Is it just hard to have a rhythm and a flow defensively when you take 2 weeks off?
Most definitely. You know, when you're not obviously on the court playing and competing for 2 weeks, that takes away from anybody's rhythm, offensively and defensively. So I think that we made a few mistakes that we're going to watch over film, you know, tonight or tomorrow, and just correct those mistakes so that we don't have that, you know, going forward. And I think that it was a little slippage, obviously, from not playing for 2 weeks, but I'm confident in our guys in the locker room. We're high character guys, and we're willing to listen and be coached. So we're going to bounce back and just, you know, correct the mistakes that we made tonight. I think we'll be fine.
How hard was it, man? I'm sorry, Kurt. I was going to ask, how hard was it, man, to go through another stretch like that? You had won 5 out of 6, and then to be paused again. What was that like for the team? What was that like for you personally?
It was pretty tough. Obviously, we were playing good basketball at the time, and we were kind of just, you know, we were upset about, you know, we had our rhythm. We thought it was kind of getting to our flow, and we was kind of not peaking, but, you know, playing our best basketball for this at this time. And it was tough. Obviously, we paused, but we stayed, you know, mentally prepared, mentally ready, you know, physically ready, obviously too. And we just stayed connected as a team. We watched a lot of film. You know, we went over some mistakes that we made in those 5 games that we won, and just tried to correct that. And we just watched a lot of film over the break. So, I mean, we're fine. I think we'll be, you know, back to where we need to be.
That was y'all's, I think, 11th straight overtime game. I think it ties an NCAA or overtime win. Sorry, ties an NCAA record. I mean, obviously, there's not one thing I'm sure you're going to point at in those moments. What do you think it is where that y'all so regularly just handle those moments very well?
Like I said before, our coaches do a great job of preparing us for situations like that. You know, we practice that all the time in practice from preseason, summertime, all the way up to now. So they do a great job preparing us, and they've been around for a while and seen every situation almost. So, I mean, we're confident in our coaches, and we just go out there and execute whatever they drop in the huddle or whatever, game plan they have for that moment.
Turk, FSU's kind of become known a bit as Big Guard U. You're a ball handler. Scottie's a ball handler. MJ Walker, RaiQuan Evans, all ball handlers, and all 6'4", 6'5", or bigger. And you're about to face an opponent, who's got Kihei Clark, who's kind of the opposite of Big Guard U. Do you think it's harder for a guy like him to try to defend? I mean, is that a bigger mismatch trying to defend y'all, or is it harder for you to try to get down into a stance and defend a smaller, quicker guy like that?
Both ways. I mean, that's just basketball. When you guard the taller players, it's obviously harder. When you guard the smaller players, it's harder. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll be, prepared for that. Any situation that we have, try to put him in, they'll be prepared, game plan. And we'll also be prepared to, guard him, obviously, on defense. So, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a fight Monday, and then whatever team executes the game plan the best, I think we'll come out on top.
It seems like over the last couple of years, y'all have had a bit more success against Virginia, maybe than the rest of the world has, since they've been so good. We saw guys like Trent, David Nichols just shoot right over those guys. Is that something that's in the back of your mind, or telling Scottie in the back of his mind in terms of just getting the paint?
Nah. I mean, every year calls for a new game plan, and they're going to make adjustments just like we are. We can't go into each game from the past and expecting the same results. So, like I said, we're going to be prepared and use our game plan, whatever that may be, and we're going to fight on Monday. And each team, whatever team executes the best, we'll win the game.
Appreciate it.
Everybody else set with RaiQuan? Thank you.
Thank you, RaiQuan. Hey, Scottie, RaiQuan said you live for moments like that at the end of a regulation. Is he right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's for sure. No, I don't know.
Did you know the second you got the inbounds that you were going to take it all the way to the rack with what Wake was throwing at you guys?
Our coach already told us that we should do like a quick drag, and then I just trusted in what he said. We did a quick drag, got the biggest switch, and I just was able to turn that corner on the big using my white moves, and I scored that in the regulation to send overtime.
Scottie, why do you think you guys were so much better defensively down the stretch and especially in overtime? I don't think they had the first basket till like 30 seconds were left.
Just felt we're more. They got us on a couple things. Their offense, they do a lot of screen and like slip things. So they got us on a couple of those. Once we made adjustments and we fixed things into the timeout, like the immediate timeout, we was able to get stops, and it helped us extend our lead, and it just helped us out defensively as a team. We wasn't really locked into the game plan, but once we focused on our game plan, locked in, it helped us out a lot.
Scottie, how hard is it when you go 2 weeks without playing to ramp up the defensive intensity or lock into the game plan and focus when you haven't played in 2 weeks? Does it take just being on the court and getting accustomed to it?
I wouldn't say it's so hard, but definitely being on the court more consistently, running up and down, getting your win, it definitely helps. We haven't been on the court that much, and we can't really be able to go all the way up and down every single day. But, things happen, and then we just got to fight through it. We're going to get back on track.
RaiQuan, obviously, you had the layoff. RaiQuan kind of picked up right where he left off, maybe even took another level. I guess, what's it been like watching the tear he's been on? And when he's playing like that, what's it do for everyone else on the team?
The tear that he's been on, I don't know how many points he's been scoring these last 6 games, rebounds, his defensive effort. He's been everywhere on the defensive end, getting blocks, steals, getting his hand on the ball, being in passing lanes. It's just unbelievable watching him do these type of things. He's a leader on his team, and he's a prime example of what it's like to be a Seminole.
How much does it help you personally? At the end of the first half, you guys went on a run, and it was you and basically four-year guys with Wyatt, Anthony, RaiQuan, and MJ. And then at the end of the game, it was you with those three guys and Malik. How much does it help you? How much does it help the team to have that kind of veteran leadership after a break like that?
Having that veteran leadership on the court always helps me. They tell me a couple plays that they think could work. They know how to run the offense since they've been here so long. It just helps me out. They just inspire me to talk on defense. They do a lot of things, little things that just help me out on the court, be more confident, get in the right spots, and just try to make me better as a player.
How high was the Antonio kid, number 20, on your scouting report? I think he was averaging 6 a game. So I know you knew he could shoot, but you probably weren't expecting him to make 7 of them.
Our coach emphasized Antonio on our scouting report. We emphasized that this team has a lot of good shooters. Anybody's capable of hitting 7 3-pointers a night on this team. So we knew somebody was going to be able to hit some threes. On the scouting report, we said shooter. We must contest because if he gets it above his shoulders, his draws, it's going in. So we had him high in the scouting report, but we just wasn't locked in. We didn't focus on the game plan, but we still got it done.
You're one of the guys who's going to be going up against Virginia and kind of the unique challenges they present for the first time Monday. I guess I know you probably weren't able to look ahead too much. Or any guys able to give you some tips, I guess, of what to expect from a team like that?
You just know Virginia's always a good team in the ACC. They play good defense, a pretty good defense, good offense. You just know that it's going to be a high-wire game. They're a great team, and we just know it's going to be a dogfight. Every game in the ACC is going to be a dogfight, night in, night out. So we just have to take that mentality every game that every game is going to be a dogfight.
Scottie, for those of us who have never hit like a bucket like that to tie a game, are you at half court when you know you're going to try to get to the rim? And when do you decide you're going to go under the basket and shoot it on the right side? Like, can you walk us through the actual play?
Got the ball. I tried to get it out as quick as possible. Thankfully, he missed the first one. Made the second one. I got it out early as possible. We got the little drag. I crossed the court, had the big on me, wiped him like 1 or 2 times. I was about to go up my left, but I seen he jumped, so I probably would have got blocked if I went up my left. So I did a little reverse, and then it went in, you know. So it was just I had to adjust the way he was doing. He was on my right hip, and I was about to go up my left, and he was just right there, so I had to reverse it.
Any more questions for Scottie?
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Scottie.
Thanks, Scottie.
Thank you.
Nice jersey.
Lee, can you hear us?